The moment Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather decided to have a light sparring session, there were signs that Floyd would eventually get hurt, and Pacquiao ensured that he did. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao met at Manny's training camp in Las Vegas. Like Cam Binham and other celebrities who have trained with Manny Pacquiao at his camp, Floyd Mayweather participated in jogging, sit-ups, push-ups, shadow boxing, and other workouts.
So you don't lose that. Awesome. Fire.
Afterward, he and Pac-Man got into the gym and decided to do a light sparring session, during which Floyd Mayweather was badly injured, causing the session to be halted midway. Manny was more intense with his sparring than Floyd, who remained, mostly in defensive mode. However, Manny caught him in the corner and delivered a series of combinations that hurt Floyd Mayweather's ribs so badly, he required first aid treatment in the ring. To fans who saw the video released on social media, it felt like Manny's way of taking revenge on Floyd for whatever happened between them in 2015. Manny eventually found a way to get his revenge on Floyd. "I really wish they could have an exhibition or something. I'm sure Manny would defeat him. He looks more vibrant than Floyd," a fan wrote. Another added, "Great to see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in the ring again. I wish they had that fight early enough." However, that was never Manny's intention, as Floyd had earlier caught him and landed some good punches as well. Former Cal defensive back Cam Binham is also making headlines by training with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao, ahead of his World Boxing Council welterweight title fight on July 19th. Pacquiao opened his training camp in Los Angeles last week, and Binham was there to train with the man who is a national sports hero in the Philippines. Binham, who is half Filipino, called Pacquiao "my favorite boxer forever." He joined Pacquiao in road work and abdominal exercises and spoke about how demanding the training was.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, I'm gonna squeeze by. Thank you. Hello. You good?
This is why he's the GOAT, Binham said. When asked who was the greater athlete, Manny Pacquiao or Tom Brady, Binham chose Pacquiao. When asked again, Pacquiao or Michael Jordan, Binham responded, "Pacquiao, greatest athlete ever. I have no doubt in my mind he is going to get the job done," Binham said of Pacquiao and his fight with Barrios, even though the 30-year-old Barrios is considered a heavy favorite.
All right, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it, man. Thank you. God bless. Appreciate it, man. Oh, thank you. I don't care how old anybody tries to say anything is, like, that's fast for anybody in their prime. Never took a step back. I've been watching him for years. Been my favorite boxer forever, obviously, me being half Filipino, so this is a big moment for me, being able to see this in person, but the fact that he hasn't slowed down a step, and he's still in crazy shape, and it's only week one of training camp for him, so it's really day one of him running this hill.
This is why he's the GOAT, Binham said. When asked who was the greater athlete, Manny Pacquiao or Tom Brady, Binham chose Pacquiao. When asked again, Pacquiao or Michael Jordan, Binham responded, "Pacquiao, greatest athlete ever. I have no doubt in my mind he is going to get the job done," Binham said of Pacquiao and his fight with Barrios. even though the 30-year-old Barrios is considered a heavy favorite.
I made it. It was a mind game for me, but the fact that this is routine for him and the whole team, the fact that they can do this, still have to go do the ab workout after, still go do shadow boxing, then got to go back to the gym later. So this is major respect, and this is why people are great, and this is why we see Manny's great and still great, and that's why I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to go out there and get the job done.
That's amazing. Great set, but I got to tell you this. I always tell people that Manny at 46 is faster than most 26. You're a professional athlete, top of your game.
According to a report by The Ring, Pacquiao followed his usual training routine in the U.S., first visiting a local park in the Fairfax district to perform light cardio workouts. The 46-year-old superstar will have only 2 months to prepare, before squaring off against Barrios on July 19th, 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Manny, I think Rolly has the WBO 147 title. He says you're his legacy fight. What? Rolando, he says you're his legacy fight.
You can't teach speed, you can't teach power. It's God, from God. That's it. People can work on speed their whole life. They're not going to be fast.
Filipino boxing legend Manny Pacquiao and coach Freddie Roach were at the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles as they continued training for his comeback fight against American champion Mario Barrios. After losing in the senatorial race in the Philippines, boxing's living legend Manny Pacquiao redirected his focus to the upcoming blockbuster bout and began his training camp at the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles, USA. Pacquiao uploaded a training video from the gym on his official YouTube account. There, familiar faces surrounded the sport's only 8-division world champion, including a reunion with his longtime mentor, Freddie Roach.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, Manny.
Boss,
We miss you.
you're looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Also present on Pacquiao's first day back was his son, Jimuel, who is currently based in the U.S. to pursue his dream of becoming a professional boxer. Arriving with Pacquiao were MP Promotions, President Sean Gibbons, Assistant Coach Buboy, Fernandez, and personal assistant David Sison. Midway through the uploaded video clip, former World Boxing Council featherweight champion Mark Magsayo was also seen taking notes on Pacquiao's training regimen. On Wednesday, Freddie Roach posted photos on Instagram of him and Pacquiao working together, just like in the not-so-old days.
Roger Fernandez. Si Roger Fernandez.
The last time the two worked together was when Pacquiao made his final professional fight against Cuban Yordenis Ugas in August 2021, losing via unanimous decision. Pacquiao, 46, and Roach, 65, began light training that included mitt sessions, punching bag work, and shadowboxing, sporting a record of 62 wins, losses, and draws. With 39 knockouts, Pacquiao came out of retirement to challenge Barrios for the World Boxing Council welterweight belt. The world's only 8-division champion's move was met with criticism and borderline disgust, as he is 46 years old and fighting Barrios, who is 16 years younger. The 30-year-old Barrios holds a record of 29 wins, losses, and draws as of February 1st, with 18 knockouts. Despite the significant age gap and facing a boxer at the peak of his prime, Pacquiao is not worried at all. "Don't worry about it," was his short reply with a laugh when asked about the matter upon arriving at Los Angeles International Airport on Monday. Another familiar face is back with Manny Pacquiao's training team as the Filipino icon prepares once again to come out of retirement and take on welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Australian Justin Fortune, who has served as Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach for years, has also reported for duty at Pacquiao's training base in Los Angeles. He is ready to ensure that Pacquiao, at 46 years old, will be in the best shape possible as he tries to defy the odds and capture Barrios' World Boxing Council welterweight title in their fight, reportedly scheduled for July 19th in Las Vegas. Pacquiao and his team arrived in Los Angeles 2 days ago. The following day, the Filipino southpaw immediately buckled down to work, reuniting with Freddie Roach at the Wild Card Gym for a light workout, brushing off jet
But
lag.
Manny looks good. I saw a little video. He looks in shape.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's strong.
What do you think of the people? They're making so much of his exhibition in Japan. The exhibition he had with Akpo. Why do you think they're making a lot of it? They say he didn't look good.
That is a real exhibition for...
He'll feel the jet lag tomorrow, maybe, Fortune told Los Angeles-based boxing video journalist Eli Sekbach. Pacquiao will try to beat his own record set in 2019 when he defeated Keith Thurman to become the oldest welterweight world champion. At 40 years old, it will be a tough task against Barrios, who, at 30 years old and standing 5'9", is in his prime and more active. The shorter Pacquiao will once again have to rely on speed, which Fortune said is still there. He did lose a beat, but he's still fast anyway. We just have to set his training schedule because he's not 25 anymore, he continued. Fortune then went on to hype Pacquiao's imminent boxing return, even likening the former 8-division CESC world champion to Michael Jordan, considered the greatest basketball player ever.
Manny in the last year. But this coming fight on July 19, this is a real fight. Yeah, this is a big fight.
So they're gonna see a different Manny.
Yeah. I promise, as a head coach, of course, all the team fucking can work together with that. All the people, they have a comment.
He's Pacquiao. He's the Jordan of boxing. Simple as that. He's that famous, and boxing needs him, he said. Despite being very confident in Manny Pacquiao's victory, he admitted he is genuinely concerned for the boxing legend as he prepares to return to the ring at age 46. Regarding his 2015 fight with Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao said a right shoulder injury prevented him from performing at his best during the loss. Nevada officials also denied Pacquiao's request to receive an anti-inflammatory shot in his dressing room before the fight. On Saturday night, the chairman of the Nevada Athletic Commission said the ruling was Pacquiao's fault for not mentioning his injury sooner. It's part of the game, Pacquiao said.
So go back to before the Mayweather fight. Just take us back through what happened to your shoulder. Was it about 3 weeks before when you tore your rotator cuff?
My shoulder has been bothering me since 2009.
Arum didn't make it clear whether that was the exact injury he was referencing, but said Pacquiao consulted the same doctor who treated Bryant. Arum explained that Pacquiao's camp thought he would be allowed to receive an anti-inflammatory shot because he had undergone similar treatment during training. The shots had also been approved by the United States Anti-Doping Agency. However, Arum said Top Rank filed incorrect paperwork about the injury, and the Nevada Commission ruled against the request for the shot. Francisco Aguilar, chairman of the Nevada Athletic Commission, said Pacquiao's team did not disclose the injury until Saturday night, so the requests for permission to take the shot and to have a personal doctor in Pacquiao's corner were denied.
And then I just handle it every training, but it just happened that Mayweather training, we push harder than any training that we had in the past. So that's what happened. I got hurt, and then but we actually managed that after maybe 2 weeks, about 2 weeks before the fight, and then 3 weeks.
We were not aware of his injury until tonight at 6:30, said Aguilar, who made the ruling. The medications he was taking were disclosed on his medical questionnaire, but not the actual injury. This isn't our first fight. This is our business. There is a process, and when you try to screw with the process, it's not going to work for you. The Nevada Athletic Commission denied Manny Pacquiao's request to take an anti-inflammatory shot in his dressing room before facing Floyd Mayweather After consulting with NSAC medical consultant Dr. Timothy Traynor and understanding the request, Aguilar made the decision not to allow it, given the timing. Pacquiao's camp apparently hoped the fighter could compete without the shot despite his limitations. Arum said he did not regret putting Pacquiao into the fight at less than full strength.
If you decide to get operated after the fight, then it's okay, but it can be healed
with time.
With time,
Yes.
if you don't even need operation. But when I realized, the doctor said that. But
Athletes
in every
always
training
fight
that
and
you
get hurt, Arum said. We felt that the work done on the shoulder during training would give him the opportunity to use his right hand. We were disappointed when, in the third round, the injury flared up again. But this is always the case with sports. You get guys injured in training, they then deal with the injury, think they've conquered it, and then get re-injured during the game. It happens in football. It happens in any sport. Mayweather concurred, with his former promoter noting that he fought with injuries to both his arms and hands. If Pacquiao had come out victorious, the only thing I could have said up here was, I have to show respect and say he was the better man, Mayweather said during his post-fight news conference.
It will come back, the pain.
So against Floyd in the ring that night, did you feel handicapped where you couldn't throw with that, that hand?
I feel like, disappointed in myself because when I'm throwing punches in the fourth round.
That both my arms were injured, both my hands were injured, but as I've said before, I always find a way to win, Mayweather stated. The post-fight disclosure of Pacquiao's injury adds a legitimate angle to discussions of a potential rematch. Pacquiao demonstrably fought with only a fraction of his usual punch output, and his inability to consistently use his right hand made it easier for Mayweather to control the fight. Roach was proud of his fighter's persistence through injury, but frustrated with Pacquiao's inability to.
Because he's leaning on the rope and attacking him, starting my pressure to him. But I feel like when I throw my hands, I feel like I cut my hands. I feel like I don't have my right hand. So
got it.
So
you're basically fighting with one arm, one hand.
Boxer Manny Pacquiao was then sued for failing to disclose a shoulder injury during his fight of the century against Floyd Mayweather Jr., Reuters reports. The lawsuit, filed by Stephan Vanel and Kami Rabarin in federal court in Nevada, seeks compensation under consumer protection laws and requests class action status on behalf of ticket buyers, pay-per-view viewers, and those who placed bets on the fight. CNBC added that the plaintiffs are seeking $5 million. Mayweather maintained his unbeaten record with a unanimous decision victory over Filipino Pacquiao in their unified welterweight bout in Las Vegas. The fight went on to become the highest-grossing boxing match in history.
Right. And then I feel no pain because of because of your adrenaline is high. So, but I feel like I don't have a arm in my. I feel like it's cut.
Cut off.
Yeah, cut off.
I got it.
In
so
my right
despite
hand.
that, did you feel like you still?
But an hour after the fight, Pacquiao's promoter said the boxer had injured his shoulder during training, as NPR's Tom Goldman reported. After the fight, Pacquiao reportedly asked for a pain-killing shot before the bout, but was denied by the Nevada Athletic Commission because Pacquiao had submitted a form stating he wasn't injured. Pacquiao's promoter, Bob Arum, said last night, Pacquiao should have gotten the shot because, in Arum's words, papers were filed 5 days ago requesting medication for the shoulder injury, and the commission was well aware that Pacquiao was hurt. However, at the very end of the press conference, Commission Chairman Francisco Aguilar announced that what Arum said wasn't true. Pacquiao will reportedly undergo surgery this week for a rotator cuff tear.
Fight on points because he ran from you so much?
When I reviewed the fight, I threw a lot of punches than him, and then I connected more than he connected. But like I said, I know how to accept loss.
The Associated Press adds that the lack of disclosure will likely result in a fine and possibly a suspension for Pacquiao. However, he can afford both, with a payday expected to exceed $100 million and a lengthy recovery period from shoulder surgery. According to World Boxing Council President Mauricio Suleiman, Pacquiao has been licensed by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and has passed all the required medical tests to have his professional license reissued.
Let's go.
60.
Yet, several members of the boxing community remain concerned about the potential health risks Pacquiao faces as he prepares for his comeback. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to be alerted whenever we drop quality content like this.